An MUPD officer was struck by a drunk driver. An unregistered charity faces a lawsuit, and a study proves childhood bullying has long-term effects. Stay tuned for all this and more on Hawk TV News.
Hello and welcome to another edition of Hawk TV News. I'm Anna Chamberlain.
And I'm Angela Cirolo. On April 19th, Monmouth University police officer Michael Cittadino was struck by a drunk driver at around 11:40 p.m. The intoxicated driver was identified as 32-year-old Francis Babout. He slammed into the parked patrol vehicle as he crossed over into the oncoming lane on Larchwood Avenue. Babout called for help by using Cittadino's radio, who was unconscious after the accident. Officer Cittadino is currently in the Jersey Shore Medical Center trauma unit, recovering from severe bruises, but no major injuries have been reported. Babout could be facing fines and suspension of his license.
Blue Hawk Records, Monmouth University's student-run record label, will host a record release party on April 30th. This will be Blue Hawk Records' third album, which includes original music from The Trustees, Abby Devi, and LGS. The album also contains collaborations with Jay Piff, Jax the Genius, and Joe Fineza. The release party will be held at the Rebecca Stafford Student Center patio at 2:30.
On April 14th, Monmouth University announced a new scholarship for children of alumni. The Alumni Association Scholarship is for $1,000 and will be based on academic achievement, community service, and leadership. The Alumni Association and the Recognition Committee will decide the recipients for the upcoming year. To obtain an application form, you must contact the Office of Alumni Relations at the number on your screen. Applications are due June 30th.
On April 10th, Monmouth University's Alpha Sigma Tau held its annual Love Struck event. Tara Ciricione has the story.
I'm here at Anacon for Alpha Sigma Tau's annual event Love Struck, which raises money for their national service project, Habitat for Humanity.
To prepare for this event, we just go to different organizations and ask them to participate, and we have a DJ come in from Delta Tau Delta. The money for Love Struck is going towards our national service project, which is Habitat for Humanity. All of the donations go to them.
I'm a contestant at Alpha Sigma Tau's Love Struck tonight. And, I'm expecting, fun love of my life tonight. I just love doing events like this. I love being on stage, people seeing me, and it's just a lot of fun to do also.
I think these events are a good way to raise money for a sorority fraternity's philanthropy because it really brings the Greek community together and because it's mandatory for us to go. And I really think that's a good idea because it lets, each organization support one another.
I'm an ALPI and I like to support all the rest of the Greek organizations, so I came out just to see the interesting show and everything.
All right, well, it looks like this was a very successful event and raised a lot of money for Alpha Sigma Tau's philanthropy. I'm Tara Ciricione for Hawk TV News.
Thanks, Tara. After facing a lawsuit by the state, an unregistered charity, the Hurricane Sandy Relief Foundation, has shut down. The founders, John Sandberg and Christina Terracino, falsely claimed that the foundation was a nonprofit and donations were tax-deductible. They allegedly diverted all donations into their personal accounts. The foundation must relinquish $334,000 in donations to settle the lawsuit. More than $200,000 have already been redistributed, helping New York and New Jersey residents recover from the storm. As a part of the court settlement, Sandberg and Terracino are permanently barred from soliciting donations for Sandy relief in New Jersey. In addition, they are not allowed to hold leadership positions in any New Jersey charity for at least 2 years.
The Clean Ocean Action Organization released its 2013 data summary on April 11th at a press conference in Sandy Hook. The nonprofit organization stated that more than 2/3 of the total debris collected was plastic. The majority of these plastics were microplastics, which can act like sponges for toxic chemicals, be digested by marine animals, and go undetected by filtration systems. The organization stressed that this is a growing concern for the environment. The Clean Ocean Action Organization retrieved more than 325,000 pieces of debris.
New Jersey towns are considering new ordinances regarding reality shows being produced in the Shore area. This would minimize aggravation for residents since there has been an increase in reality home improvement shows as a result of Hurricane Sandy. A new reality show starring Mike, the Situation Sorrentino, is set to film in Middletown, but Middletown officials are discussing an ordinance that would require production crews to obtain special permits. Toms River has already passed permit orders with $100,000 to $500,000 fines per day for violations.
We now go to our film critic, Billy Roach, with this week's streaming movie reviews. Billy?
Hello again, and welcome to the third and final edition of Stream It. So far, I've given you suggestions from just a few different genres. This week, I've decided that I'm going to suggest a few of my favorite Netflix films. If you had a chance to sit down and enjoy God Bless America, which I suggested not too long ago, you'll definitely enjoy World's Greatest Dad. Both are independent films directed by Bobcat Goldthwait. After his son dies in an awkward freak accident, high school poetry teacher Lance ghostwrites a suicide note to spare the family embarrassment. Starring Robin Williams and, oh look, that kid from Spy Kids, the film comments on how people in our society will follow others blindly as long as it's what everyone else is doing. It's another excellent movie by Bobcat Goldthwait and can be found under comedies or independent movies. Now we transition from a social commentary to a film that comments on absolutely nothing. The film is called Rubber, and it begins by telling you that there is no reason behind it. What does that mean? Well, the movie is about a car tire named Robert who rolls through the Southwest desert using its strange psychic power to blow up birds, bunnies, human beings, and more. Don't overthink this. It's about a tire that can blow stuff up with its mind. It's a very unique and interesting film that runs for 1 hour and 22 minutes and can be found under comedies and foreign films. Finally, if you enjoy shows like The League or Workaholics, you'll love Blue Mountain State. It's a TV comedy that follows the lives of Blue Mountain State football players, a very successful fictional Division I school. I can tell you that it is by far one of the best shows I've ever watched, but unfortunately it was canceled after its third season in 2012. Now, before I say goodbye for the final time, I'm excited to let you know that Blue Mountain State producers Eric Falconer and Romansky have started a Kickstarter page to raise funds for a BMS film. This is amazing news for its current fans and will be even better news to you at home after you've watched all 3 seasons on Netflix. Well, that's all I've got, but keep streaming. Now back to you guys at the desk.
We will now take a short break, but stay tuned for more Hawk TV news.
I am who I am.
I am who I am.
I am who I am.
I am who I am because I had a great teacher.
A great teacher is a work of art.
A great teacher is a key to success.
A great teacher can change your life.
A great teacher changed my life.
Linda Bodie.
Hunter Frost.
Mr. Isaacson.
Mr. Kahn.
I learned that I didn't need to be like everybody else.
I learned that everything is possible.
I learned not to sweat the small stuff.
I learned that you can approach knowledge with a sense of wonder and fun.
I didn't learn how to speak Spanish, even though she was my Spanish teacher, but I did learn how to be myself.
Mr. Isaacson, it's been a long time, but thank you.
Anne-Marie Darcy, Craig Smith, thank you very much.
Thank you, Hunter Frost.
Mr. Glass, I thank you.
Charlotte Pace, thank you.
To each and every one of my teachers, thank you.
Odds of becoming an astronaut, 1 in 13,200,000. Odds of being struck by lightning, 1 in 576,000. Odds of dating a supermodel, 1 in 88,000. Odds of bowling a perfect game, 1 in 11,500. Odds of being trapped in an elevator, 1 in 24,528. Odds of catching a ball at a major league game, 1 in 563. Odds of an injury from shaving, 1 in 6,585. Odds of tripping while texting, 1 in 10. Odds of getting cancer in your lifetime, 1 in 2 men, 1 in 3 women.
It's up to us
To change the odds for our generation.
For the ones we love.
for our future.
If you don't like the odds,
stand up. Stand up to cancer.
Welcome back to Hawk TV News. The world of 3D printing has made its way into the medical field. According to CNN, surgeons have been testing prosthetic limbs that have been created by the multidimensional printers. With the help of organic inks and different thermoplastics, doctors have successfully printed plastic synthetic skulls along with prosthetic eyes, nose, and ears. They are currently working on using the printers for skin grafts and limbs through processes of modeling and tests. This type of printing was first conducted in 2011 when researchers printed a new type of material for bone cells to grow on. This proved to be successful after a series of tests on animals and human subjects. We now go to my co-anchor, Anna Chamberlain, with more of the latest technology news. Anna?
Hello everyone, and welcome to another and unfortunately the final edition of Tech Talk. Today I have two new apps to talk about that are entertaining and possibly a little bit of a time kill for the summer. The first app is a sequel to a Facebook favorite, Farmville 2 Country Escape, as if the first one wasn't good enough. This game follows a similar format to the original Zynga creation with a few new twists. As a farmer, you have the option to play on anonymous mode without having to connect to Facebook or join a co-op farm with friends. You are given help from the avatar Marie, who is a friend of your grandparents whose farm you've been deemed responsible for. While this app may be free, there are in-app purchases such as coins, crates, and other necessities that users can buy, and the prices range from 99 cents to $99. The second app is one that everyone can use this summer to kick back and relax. The Beats Music is similar to Pandora, as it streams music live from your mobile phone or tablet. However, what makes this app different is that users can save specific songs on a playlist to listen to if you're not connected to Wi-Fi or 3G. Beats Music gives access to over 20 million songs and will even make playlists based on what you're doing and through social media sharing, so you can see what your friends are listening to. So be sure to download this free app for your summer soundtrack. Well, that is all I have for Tech Talk. Thank you for joining me over these past 3 years, and best of luck to all the seniors like myself who are graduating.
Thanks, Anna. A recent study found that the effects of bullying could impact children far beyond their high school years. Researchers from the Institute of Psychiatry at King's College London studied over 7,000 adults to compare the impact of bullying 40 years later. According to the British psychiatrist, the negative social, physical, and mental health effects of bullying are evident amongst adults in their 50s. The study, which was the first of its kind, found that adults bullied as children had a higher risk of mental disorders such as depression and anxiety. The adults also displayed lower education levels and were less likely to be in a relationship. The results of the study concluded that childhood bullying is persistent and pervasive and may result in long-term repercussions.
If you have purchased Miley Cyrus tickets recently, you may be disappointed. Cyrus's representative stated that she had an extreme allergic reaction to an antibiotic that was given to her for a sinus infection. She was admitted to a Kansas City hospital on April 15th. Cyrus then tweeted that she was over the hospital and she couldn't stop crying because she wanted to go back on tour. Her representative stated that the type of allergic reaction she had could last 5 to 27 days. The remaining shows in Charlotte, Kansas City, St. Louis, Pittsburgh, Philadelphia, and Uniondale have been canceled and rescheduled to early August.
We now go to Nash Wiener for this week's TV Talk. Nash?
Welcome to another week of TV Talk. And as TV shows are starting to wind down or about to begin some summer shows, I thought that I'd give you some insight to those summer shows that you should watch. First off, is America's Got Talent. AGT, which is entering its 8th season, is coming back stronger and reports are better than ever. With the audition rounds just finishing up, AGT announced that there is a new aspect to the show, a gold buzzer. Although no one knows exactly what it is, people are saying it's adding a whole new and great aspect to the show. Also, the same judges are returning for a second season. Heidi Klum, Mel B, Howie Mandel, and the self-proclaimed king of all media, Howard Stern, are back. The judges have great chemistry, and Nick Cannon as host. This is going to be a great season that you cannot miss. So tune into NBC starting May 27th for America's Got Talent. And the next show is Big Brother. In my opinion, Big Brother has to be the best reality show on TV. Big Brother follows a group of 16 people who are placed in a house that is secluded from the outside world with no connection. The best part is that it's live, so when you see something happening, it's happening that same week. And then every Thursday is a live eviction episode from the house. And the storylines just get so good in the show, and you'll root for your favorite person on the show. And the best part of the show is that there's 3 episodes a week. So you don't have to wait a week to get another episode. You can have 3 in the same week. So look for Big Brother coming to CBS this summer. Well, that's all I have for TV Talk this week and for the semester. Thank you to everybody who has tuned in, and make sure you just sit down and watch some TV. Now, back to you guys at the desk.
We now go to Alex Apollonia for the latest Broadway news. Alex?
I have some good news and some bad news today, folks. Luckily, there are a few exciting Broadway shows coming to you. Unfortunately, the bad news is this will be my last Broadway buzz. So please, please hold back your tears and let's get through this together. Here are my top 3 picks for Broadway's most popular shows. My first pick this week is the Broadway revival of Lorraine Hansberry's classic novel, A Raisin in the Sun. This play takes place in the late 50s in a Southside Chicago apartment, chronicling the lives of members of an African-American family. The tensions and the prejudice that each family member faces creates the drama in this beloved play. Tony Award winner and 2-time Academy Award winner Denzel Washington stars as Walter Younger along with a cast of talented actors. A Raisin in the Sun is running until June 15th. The handsome British actor Daniel Radcliffe makes his return to Broadway in my second top pick, The Cripple of Inishmaan. It is written by Irish playwright and director Martin McDonagh, and now it heads to Broadway after a sold-out run in London. It is set in the 1930s on a remote island off the west coast of Ireland, and word arrives that a Hollywood film is being made on the neighboring island of Inishmore. Of course, everyone on the island, particularly the young people, want to be in the film. However, the one person who is desperate to be in this film more than anyone else is young cripple Billy. It would be a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity for him to get off the island and make something of his life. This dark comedy is filled with real and honest characters, and the Daily Telegraph claims it is disgracefully funny. This is definitely a must-see. The Cripple of Inishmaan is currently playing at the Court Theater. The world's longest-running musical, Les Miserables, is back on Broadway and better than ever. It is an epic and uplifting tale of survival of the human spirit. The magnificent score of Les Mis includes the classic songs On My Own, I Dreamed a Dream, Bring Him Home, Can You Hear the People Sing, and so many more. With such a fantastic cast, the New York Post claims Les Mis soars, terrific performances, and New York One says it left me awestruck. Les Mis is born again. This musical phenomenon, Les Miserables, is currently playing at the Imperial Theater. Sadly, the time has come for me to say my goodbyes. Thanks for being such loyal viewers, and hopefully we'll see each other in the Great White Way. I'm Alex Apollonia. Back to you guys at the desk.
We will now take another short break. Stay tuned for your Monmouth Sports Update.
It was not. It was like...
It's easy to tell if you've had way too many. But what if you've had just one too many? Buzz driving is drunk driving.
All right, Commissioner, hold on. I'll tell him.
Honey, it's Phil. The gold reserve is being attacked.
Tell him I'll be right there.
Don't forget to shut the window.
What? What? All right, what's the joke? What's so funny?
Oh, those boys are much too much. Those boys are much too much. We got the spirit. We're hot. We can't be stopped. We got the spirit. We're hot. We can't be stopped. We're gonna beat them and bust them. Beat them.
The smallest moments can have the biggest impact on a child's life.
Let's get a little bit rowdy. R-O-W-D-Y.
Take time to be a
One
dad
more time.
today.
Oh, those boys are much too much. Those boys.
Tick, 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 tick. Massive heat waves.
Heat waves. Severe droughts.
Tick,
Tick. 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 Devastating. Devastating hurricanes. Tick. 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 Tick.
Our future is up to you.
Tick.
Go to fightglobalwarming.com while there's still time.
Welcome back. On April 18th, the New York Mets did something that they have been debating for the past few seasons, trading Ike Davis. The Mets shipped the struggling first baseman to the Pittsburgh Pirates in exchange for reliever Zach Thornton and a player yet to be named. Davis was hitting just .208 this season with 2 home runs. Lucas Duda will now be the Mets' primary option at first base.
With the NHL playoffs underway, one can expect emotions to be running high. On April 18th, the NFL fined Chicago Blackhawks coach Joel Quenneville $25,000 for making an obscene gesture after a call went against the Blackhawks. Quenneville apologized for his actions, saying it was a bush league move on my part.
We now go to Andrew Byrne with the latest Monmouth sports date. Andrew?
Hi everybody and welcome back to Sports Talk. Make it 0-12 on the season for the Monmouth men's lacrosse team after their latest loss, 12-9 to Marist on April 19th. Chris Daly was the star for MU, scoring 4 goals and adding 2 assists. Daly was rewarded for his fine play by being named MAC Rookie of the Week. The Hawks have one more chance to collect their first win of the season, which would also be their first win in school history when they close out the regular season on April 26th against Detroit. Now, on the women's side, their inconsistent effort in MAC play continued after they were crushed by Canisius 16-9 on April 19th. 10 players cracked the score sheet for MU, including Kendall Lutz and Stephanie Anderson, who each scored twice. The Hawks have alternated wins and losses over their last 6 games and sit at 7-8 on the season and 4-2 in MAC play. They return to action on April 23rd for their final regular season home game when they host Fairfield at 3 p.m. To the Diamond now, where the Monmouth baseball team continues to fail to live up to their preseason hype. It took Chris McKenna's 7-inning masterpiece on April 19th for the Hawks to avoid being swept by Fairfield. McKenna allowed no runs on just 5 hits as MU defeated the Stags 2-0. Picked to finish second in the MAC in the preseason, the Hawks are floundering at 6-7 in the conference and have just 3 series left in MAC play before the end of the season. And finally, let's check in on the softball team, where it was a tale of 2 games for MU on April 20th. In Game 1 of a doubleheader against Quinnipiac, the Hawks cruised to a 14-4 win. Freshman Rachel Schatzbarger continued her sensational season as she drove in 3 runs, and Kaylina Flores also had a big day, collecting 2 runs and driving home 3. But in Game 2, Sydney Underhill faltered late, allowing Quinnipiac to score 4 runs in the 7th and walk off winners. The loss prevented the Hawks from moving a season-best 2 games over 500 in conference play. Instead, they sit at 6-6 in the MAC. Be sure to check out GoMUHawks.com for Hawks athletic updates, and tune into The Extra Point every night at 6:30 when I and our team of experts provide the latest in Monmouth sports. This will be my final broadcast of Sports Talk as I get set to graduate next month. A big thanks to everyone who gave me the opportunity to do something I love, and I have nothing but confidence in Nash Wiener to continue to provide our viewers with the latest in Monmouth sports. So for the final time on Sports Talk, I'm Andrew Byrne. Now let's send it back to the desk.
That's all for this semester for Hawk TV News. Thank you for joining us. I'm Angela Cirolo.
And I'm Anna Chamberlain. Have a great summer and congratulations to all the graduating seniors. Be sure to tune in next semester for more Hawk TV News.